Imagine this. You've poured hours into a video or a post. You share something that you were truly proud of, and then crickets. No likes, no comments, no feedback, nothing. If you've been there, you know how lonely it feels. And it's like wondering, why am I even doing this? Is this even worth it? But I promise you, I'm here to tell you that it is. It's absolutely worth it. Today, we're going to talk about why you should keep creating, even when it feels like no one is watching. They are, because even if you're not seeing the engagement right now, every piece of content that you put out matters. And we're going to dive into the why. First thing I feel like we need to talk about is like the embracing the growth phase. Every creator you admire has gone through a phase of slow growth. None of them started out with thousands of viewers. None of them started out with hundreds of viewers. Just like you, just like me, they're having to build up, and I'm still building. So I am currently in my quiet phase. And here I feel like is where I'm shaping my unique style, all right, finding my voice, and I'm learning what works. And guess what? Today I am 100 videos, and I'm excited about that. This is my 100 video. And I'm learning. I'm still learning, but I do feel like with every video I am getting better. So that's why I'm here to encourage you, don't stop. Think of it as like training wheels. If you had a huge audience right off the bat, then there'd be so much pressure to perform perfectly every single time. Right now you have the freedom to experiment. You're creating in a low stakes environment, and that's an amazing opportunity to grow without the constant scrutiny. Because you know how it feels like that you have to put out that perfect video, but when you're not really getting abused and things like that, you don't have to worry about it being perfect because you're not having someone jumping down your back talking about how you messed up here, or you're different looking at things here. But also continue to create and continue to post will allow you to look back at content from the past, and then you can remind yourself how much progress you've made. Because I can go back to video 1 versus video 100, and I can see that the growth there. And so the growth by itself is something good, and it's something I feel like it's something that we should be able to celebrate. Building consistency and resilience. Consistency is the unsung hero in content creation. All right, when you're posting regularly, even if it feels like no one is engaging, you're building something incredible. You're building that resilience, and that's what we have to hold on to. All right, you're learning to show up regardless of the external validation because you're not receiving it, right? Because it feels like no one is there, no one is watching, so we're not getting that validation that we want. So with us continuing to not get that type of validation that we desire, it builds that resilience, and it allows us to keep going no matter what. And that's the mark of someone serious about their craft. When you keep going, even when you know no one is watching, that's when you know you're serious about your craft. And that's how I feel. Like I'm serious about my craft because regardless of how many views I get or don't get, I still go. Right? And I remember hearing about a creator who went a whole year without hardly getting any engagement. But they kept posting, and then finally people started to come around to their channel. And what's the best part about that is then with them having all that video in their backlog, someone like those new subscribers that they was able to gain was able to go back and binge watch old stuff. So it's like their growth almost exploded overnight because they had so much content available where people who finally did find them was able to go back and watch stuff, learn from the past. But also, I feel like we have to be consistent because consistency shows the algorithm that you're reliable. You're making it more likely that your content will be pushed out to others, and then eventually you hit the right note. So this is something that we have to be successful creators talk about, being consistent. And so that's what I'm saying. Even if they're not watching, keep posting. You build consistency, which the algorithm loves, and also you're building that backlog, you're building that portfolio that you have to, stand on. So once you do make it, people can go back and see where you started. And then also it encourages you because you're seeing how you have grown. You can also remember that every post adds value to your portfolio. So think about each post, each video as a building block in your personal brand. You're not just posting in hopes of getting a few likes. You're creating a portfolio. I feel like you're creating a portfolio in a sense of what works, of works that shows future fans what you're about. This also is about a work that you'll be able to look back upon, and then you may look back upon on it with pride. So just imagine a future viewer going through your old videos and seeing the evolution of your content. So they'll respect you that you kept going even when you were not getting those views, and even when it wasn't easy. In a way, you're creating a timeline of your growth, and that right there by itself is powerful. Small engagement leads to big connections. It can be easy to overlook those few likes or comments, but those small interactions, they matter so much more than it may seem like. Those are your early supporters, right? Those are the people who see your potential right from the beginning, and then those are the ones that's going to turn into loyal followers and loyal advocates. So let's think about it. Even if you have one person that leave a comment, I love when people comment on my stuff, and that's a real connection, right? And from there, they might share your content, or they may bring someone else into the community like, hey, check this person out. It all starts with small, and that's okay. That's actually how real, lasting communities are built. Kathleen from Kathleen's Place, one of my biggest supporters, right? We're both small channels. We're both in the process of trying to grow, but I love because she watches my stuff. She comments, she gives me feedback. She gives me that encouragement that, sometimes I find that I need. And that right there alone means more than anything else, because I know she's a loyal supporter and she's a loyal fan of the material that I do produce, and she continues to support me regardless of how many other views I get. If nothing else, I know I'm at least getting one. All right, so long-term rewards of sticking with it. So let's talk about long-term. All right, one of the biggest reasons to keep creating is the massive opportunity waiting down the road. Of course, we all want to get monetized, right? So that's an opportunity by itself. Consistency doesn't just build your skills or portfolio, it also builds momentum. When the algorithm finally starts to recognize that your work is there and it's coming consistently, it has a whole library of content to promote. So that's another reason, even if you're not getting the views, keep putting it out there, because the algorithm, they find you and you get in there, they got stuff to keep throwing out there, and that's what you want. You want your content out there. So think of your content as like planting seeds, right? Not all of them will grow right away, but with time, the ones that do, that content is going to blossom into something amazing. So you stay trusting the process. I always say that we have to trust the process. So if you feel like you're putting your heart into your content, you're not seeing the response you hope for, just remember, you are not alone. I'm going through it, and it's a million other small content creators who are actually we all trying to grow. But we're not the only ones who's trying to grow. So that's why I say you have to trust the process, because every big creator was a small creator at one point in time. Every creator has been where you are, and trust me, it's worth sticking around. The rewards will make time, they will come, and then we'll be grateful. The thing is, we can't give up. I love to hear from you. So if you're going through a tough spot with engagement, drop a comment below. Let's support each other on our journey. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with someone else who might need a little bit of encouragement too. And I just want to say thank you. You're not alone. Your efforts are seen, even if it's not always immediately visible. Until the next video, peace.